In this little series on heat, we're going to have a look at convection currents. We're going to set up a convection current in this little glass tube which is full of water. I'm going to have a look and see what happens when we turn the heat up. Let's have a go. The equipment for this experiment is a glass tube, and what we're going to do is we're going to clamp it and we're then going to fill it with water. So the first thing to do, clamping it, is we've got to try and make sure that this is as vertical as possible. I've previously set the clamps up to hold this as vertical as I can make it. Then what we need to do is fill this with some cold water. We need to try and make sure that we've got rid of any air bubbles in here, and that's done quite nicely. And now what we need to do with this experiment is to walk away and leave it for 5 minutes or so that any water circulation that I've made by pouring the water in has gone, so this water is steady, and then we can carry on with the rest of the experiment. So I'll see you back in a moment. Now I've given the water some time to settle so it's not moving, and I've made sure that it's as vertical as I can get it. We now need to introduce some dye. We have tried food dye, but it doesn't work very well, so we're going to use 1 crystal of potassium permanganate, and I'm going to put this carefully in the top, and we can see that that will start to release its colour, I suppose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to heat the water in this corner. What we should see is the water becoming warmer. It will be less dense, so the water will rise. As this water rises, it's got to push the other water somewhere else, so the water on this side will be swept in as this water comes up, and it will set up a circulation. And we'll see this happening then as the potassium permanganate dye starts to move around. So let's heat this up and get it going. Let's start to heat the corner. The water will start to get warm, and we'll start to see this dye start to move, and there it goes down that side where it's going to be heated up and driven right round, setting up this circulation pattern. After a few minutes we can see that it's going to start getting virtually impossible to try and track what's happening, because all of this is starting to turn this purple colour. But we can see this moving quite quickly as the heat rises and it falls the other side, setting up this circulatory pattern. If I turn the heat off, then we can see this circulation still goes on, although it does slow quite quickly, and now it's moving the other way. and it's virtually stopped, you can see here. So it sort of balanced itself out because we had water moving round, and then taking the heat away, the water stopped moving, and so it sort of balances itself out. And now we can just see the potassium permanganate dye is just sort of staying in a steady place. If we reheat this, then immediately the pattern starts moving again. Causing the dye to show the circulatory pattern, the way that water heats up. So when water heats up, it uses this convection current. Water rises because it's hot, the molecules are further apart, so the water is less dense. Less dense means the water is lighter, so the lighter water rises, and as this water moves, so other water has to be sucked in to replace it, setting up this circular pattern. This is the same way that your radiators work. You set your radiator on, the heat rises up one wall, and typically we have our radiators underneath windows so that the cold air from a window is heated, it rises to the surface. Your roof, your ceiling is the warmest part of your room, and then colder air in the floor is sucked into the radiator to be warmed to continue and set this circulatory pattern in motion. So there we have it. We've got convection currents working in water. In the next video we'll have a look at convection currents working in air. I'll see you there.